So start, just go Wayne onto his back over here. Head that way, please. So one of the things that we have in our assets or our controls from the side control position is I have the ability to turn my partner's head or shoulders away from me, and I have the ability to turn the shoulders away as well. I can do this a couple of different ways, but we're going to focus on I guess like a Von Fleet style today. So we're going to start off with the standard side control, which is the hands over. The frame system's the issue. So one of the ways that we get rid of the frame system is if I'm facing forward, the frame system is working directly into my throat and into as a square system. So this is much better for him as a frame system to be able to get space and move me. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to roll my head this way and come back. What I'm doing is this small motion. I step backwards with my leg and I'll pull my arm to get the upgrade onto mount position. It's a really clean little mount, and I've got a really high access point as well because I'm super deep underneath the arm. So I like to time this off the bridge. And how do you make them bridge? Like that's like well, they don't have to bridge, but it's better if they do bridge. So from here, one of the ways I like to do it is to turn my head first of all, but I'm trying to put pressure more onto the wrist than the elbow. Here, hold the leg and back step. So I've taken my weight so far off my partner that they're generally going to go bridge. As I start to bridge, watch this, claim the arm. And that puts them in this super high position to be able to take the top. They're generally going to try and retract the arm. So I like to try and keep my shoulder and my chest down so I pinch the arm in front of my body, which makes it hard for him to retract. It also means that the main focus becomes rescuing the arm, not getting out of the mount position. So again, the issue is I've got to go past the 90 degrees. I've got to back step to this angle. And the beauty about it is that I'm now driving through my partner's shoulders, which makes it hard for my partner to turn over. So it's sensible because I'm off my partner, but it's hard to turn. So it's the direct pressure of my shoulder onto his face and onto his neck that stops the bridge. So the standard side control. So the thing about this way is I turn my head that way, but I put my weight down on my ear. So I'm kind of crushing the frame system. To stop him from turning and rescuing guard, I block it out. So that means that one of his major escapes is already gone. I back step from here and I take my weight up. So of course it's got the frame system and my head's in the position. 9 out of 10 times I feel that they've got a really nice bridge. So as my partner bridges, first of all is I claim the arm. Really important, have to claim the arm. Even if Wayne continues to bridge over from here, I'm always going to beat his hips to come through. Once I'm in this position, control the arm, the forearm and the elbow so it stays in front of your body. If he tries to retract it, just bring your hands together. We'd like to see that one more time. Chloe, we'd like to see that one more time? Okay, cool. So, the frame system is, there's a bone system from here which is harder to manipulate, where this system's a weaker part from here. So I'm always going to take this part. So, here, cup, turn my head towards the elbow, drop my weight into the wrist, back step. Here. It kind of seems really weird. As he bridges, claim the arm, step high, don't step long, step high. So no matter how high he puts his hips, right, I can come over, crush, kick the arm in front, get to my mount position. They're going to bridge and roll and try and rescue. Of course I'm so high, the bridge and rolls can come down and void. Stay here. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, how'd that feel? I had that one. So look, the thing about this way is we have to, here. So any time that I want to go, I turn my head and I crush and I'm here, I'm pretty much a cylinder. This is bridge and roll territory. It's going to, it's very hard for me to defend the bridge and roll from me because I'm I'm like a cylinder and he can roll me over. So it's really important that when I go head crush and look, I'm at 90 degrees. So if he bridges towards me, I've got a frame system behind me. Take the elbow high. So I'm just squeezing my arms together. I'm stepping towards the armpit. Knee goes down, stay nice and heavy on my partner. So what I'm seeing some of you are doing is you're kind of here, you're back stepping here, you're going to get rolled. Anyone that's got a half decent bridge is going to roll you from here. Right. So head goes down, shoulder goes down, go to 90 degrees, step past 9 degrees, pull, come over the top. We'd like to see it one more time. You sure?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Not that I don't have faith in you, or some of you. I've got to be honest. So, here, my head goes down, my leg rolls. I'm at 90 degrees. So even if my partner commits to bridge 100% bridges, bridge, it keeps rolling over to do the bridge, I'm always going to beat him. I've got a better space, I've got a better area to work in. The squeeze on the hands. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. So the second option, just go Wayne again, please. So I've got 2 variables I'll play from here, and they're both identical, but the landing platform's slightly different. So we have the same thing. So I have the concept from here. Once again, turn the head, cross the fingers in, step from here. And this time, I'm having a lot of trouble with my partner's elbows. Like I can't move his elbow, he's stuck it in, or he might actually get the unhook on me. So I'm going to change instead, I pull the legs towards me and upgrade over the legs. That's the main option. So they're the 2 majors. This is the one that I see some people have issues with, is once I'm in this position, that back step, and my partner hip escapes away from me. That's the issue. Because now the distance to cover is quite large. So even if I get to mount, I'm not going to be able to consolidate my mounted position. So this is one of the counters. So from here, I simply re-roll to my knee ride and just take my knee ride from here. Keep your foot on the outside, so I've got my foot towards the hips on my side. Don't step over. Okay? And then as they go to move, bring your feet together, and then you can go through. The reason why I bring my feet together is that it allows me to dovetail. So I can choose which side I want to go to now. Whether I just go 1 foot over, it's going to catch the half guard, and he gets better control of me. So if I put both my feet in, he catches the half guard. I get a better option. So you're much better off in that point there. If you go into knee ride, go to the dovetail, both feet in, split the legs, and then take the mount position instead of taking one leg over and possibly getting caught in the half guard.
You got any points if you not bring up?
Well, we call it a vegan mount because there's no meat in it. So no, I'm technically not in his guard. So I've still got my mount points, but I'm not going to get guard points. So a vegan mount, or vegan, yeah, because there's no meat in it. If I don't offend anyone, I'm sorry. Not really. Shouldn't get offended by that. Okay. So back step, hip escapes away, boom, knee right, both feet, vegan mount.
Can you change the knee ride into points?
Oh, you get knee ride points. Yeah, if you play the knee ride, you get knee ride points. Yeah, but you're not going to get guard pass points. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now the choke system. I explained the reason why I hit the chokes is it doesn't compromise my position within reason. On the mounted position, anytime I commit both hands to their neck, to their collar, I'm susceptible to the bridge and roll. So that's the biggest downfall about it. Right, so if you do an armbar, you switch to an armbar, you miss the armbar, you're off mount. The theory behind it, the reason why I like the chokes is that if I'm on mount, I go for a cross collar choke, you bridge and roll me, you're generally still in the choke. Secondly, you go to my guard. So you have to fight to get out of mount, and you have to fight to get out of guard while I've got a choke on. So to me, you're having two of the worst positions to fight out of. You're not getting any points because it's a reversal, not a sweep, and you're still in a choke. So I would rather sacrifice going from a good position to a good position to complete it, then going from a good position to like, okay, they're stacking me up out of an armbar and possibly passing my guard and accumulating points. So the reason behind that, the reason why I focused so much on chokes was it goes from good position to good position. Okay, Wayne, jump on your back. We'll just do a very, very quick revision of Monday's session, and then we're going to go and add a couple of variations onto it. Slow down fraction, Wayne. So, mount position from here. Just go to frame system. Okay. Frame system is one of the things that hurts, so we're going to get a cross grip. Cross gripping across the body and have the collar. It's 2 motions from here. So I'm going to lift the arm up, pull my hips forward from here. So generally what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull the arm across the body. It's got a good grip, it doesn't happen. Most people kind of go to an arm bar, they retract the arm. As I retract the arm, I put my fingers in. Ideally my hand will be this way, not that way. And I keep offside. The thing that makes this work now is I've got to crush the frame system. I know he'll generally bridge, but whether it does or doesn't, I'm doing the same thing. For me to keep my balance point and for me not to get rolled, I take my time. Elbow and hand. So if one does bridge and roll me, my hand's part of the ground anyway, so I have a post system. I'm not going to remove my hand till my head hits the ground and becomes my post. So I'm replacing my hand post with my head from here. Slide my elbow through his jaw, don't turn the head away, just cup to the back of the gi, elbows come in and squeeze. His hands are generally trapped in here because he's done the frame system, which makes it harder for him, number 1, to defend, number 2, to attack, number 3, to bridge and roll. So again, we're getting a cross grip from here. What I'm trying to do is going to go hip thrust, pull the arm, they're going to go no way, come in, offside. So I'm trying to crush the frame system from in here. Little post, little post, little post, hand comes down, head replaced in my hand, back elbow through. Once I'm here, bring your arms in. His arms are generally trapped on the inside, so slow squeeze. Get the choke. Everyone okay with that? 1, 2, 3. Horrible, hey?
No way.
Okay, so Amazon mount. Going to go nice and slow. So from the mount position, from here, I have my frame system and then I have cross grips and grabs. So what's going to happen is I want to go and try and capture the half guard on the far side. So as Emma lifts and punches from here, I turn and I try and rescue. It's not a very good rescue because she's upgraded, but I've got to my side. This eliminates your cross collar choke. You don't get access to the bottom collar now. Does everyone understand that? Your cross collar choke is gone. So what we're going to do instead is, it's a nice easy system. We're going to use this pressure here to push my arm down and into my body. So it's kind of like compressing, and I'm going to fight it. Your right hand goes, lets go, and goes underneath and goes to the far collar. So we're going to put the thumb in the far collar. Pretty sad. You can finish the choke from here, but some of the guys, some of the people are quite resistant to this. So you pin the arm down, you've got pressure on the arm, the thumb goes in. This is a fight. I want to get my arm free. You're going to let me, you're going to backstroke to the back of my top leg. So as I hand fight, backstroke. Now, the part that makes this choke work better is think that you're going to my back. Think that you're hunting back control. So, and I'm going to explain it to you. If you roll your head behind my head, if you try and put the choke on now, it's not going to work. It won't work. Well, it's going to take a really long time because we've now put ourselves into what we call a cylinder position. Does that make sense? So instead, we're going to put ourselves in the position where we're going to fall backwards as far away from our partner. So kind of come up onto this foot, fall backwards. So what I mean by back control is that you're going to try and put your leg back control and now start your bow and arrow choke. So that's a far better choke than going the other way. So the bow and arrow choke, you can kick your leg into the back control, put your leg over. But the part that I see, think about it this way, is that the more extension you get onto my body, the better the choke. So the more that you're on my back, the better this is as well. Let's have a look at that again. So we'll just start from the this position, guys. So we'll start with your hand pinning my hand to my chest. Hand goes underneath, far collar from here. This is the deal. I extend to try and grip fight, you take your hand through. So we're hunting the back. So think about it this way: we're falling that way to lift. So that frees your bottom knee. Does that make sense? I can't turn, pushing out the collar. So now the elbow goes down towards the ground, tilts it. That's good. Get here, okay. Now pretend not like you're pulling a bow, so let's go backwards. So elbow goes down. The more the elbow is high, the more it can slide out. So you've got to keep your elbow down. Secondly is if they're strong and you're having trouble, pull both elbows into you and keep this leg long. So that's going to really extend. Because I'm not flexible, you're going to kind of like extend my leg and all that as well. It's quite nasty. Cool. So one more time. So the angle that we fall at makes the choke better. It's easier to fall top heavy, but the choke's harder to finish. So 1, 2, wrap it underneath. I hand fight, you're cool, under, sit back, pop, okay, little back, elbows come in, stretch. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Big show. So it'll be very simple. It's like, you've got the armbar set up, you roll, they cup their hands together, and either time's running out, you don't want to go into the battle, but we're in a position where I need to get the finish, and this is one of the key factors to do it. Okay, so Emma's, I'm out. So she takes the arm and upgrades to the arm bar. It doesn't matter which arm. Okay. So she puts the arm over, sets the arm bar up, comes round, and she goes, haha. So she realises straight away that she's going to have an issue doing the arm bar. I've tucked in pretty well. The right hand goes back behind my head, underneath. Nice. Now this is the deal. Your left hand goes between my head and my arm, and now you put your fist on the ground. So again, it's a bow and arrow choke setup. So I've got my hands together, the hand comes through. So you still got control of the arm bar, right? So you still got the arm bar just in case I let go from there. Now, as I'm pulling in, you simply drop your hand behind, let go, and form a fist. So that's your bow and arrow, your single wing choke. The beautiful thing about it is that to defend it, I have to let go of my arms. You have the choice of either taking the arm bar or finishing the choke. The reason why we have the bow and arrow choke as an option is that we have the arm bar set up, so we've got the right hand goes underneath to the collar, and we're in this position. So she goes, I'll do the single wing, and as she put, I'm like, nope. So from here, she's trying to put her left hand through, and I'm like, no, wait. So you just go, well, I'll just drag my left arm to the back of his leg, and take the bow and arrow. So these two work really well. Second thing is, if you're in the bow and arrow choke, and you grab, and I'm like hand fighting, like, no. Bring your hand back under my arm, goes behind my head, combo it together. So these two work exceptionally well together. The last part about it is that if we're in this position and you're doing the single wing choke, is if I'm being super stubborn, which I never am, and you're trying to choke me, and I'm like, no, wait, fade to back control, exactly the same way as before. Fade to back control. Nice. Now you just have a standard back choke from here. So take the hand out, put your elbow behind my head, and squeeze. Start the back choke. So they all combo really nicely together. Like the single wing bow and arrow and the back choke from here. We'd like to see that just one more time. So we start off in the arm bar position. So we have the standard arm bar, and you feel that I've got my hands together. So generally I'm like, no way. So your right hand just becomes your post hand, feeds through. Okay, let go, snake your hand behind my head, form a fist. Okay, if I let go, you can switch to arm bar if you want to. If you're trying to snake your hand behind my head and I'm fighting you, switch it back to your bow and arrow choke. If I try and grab it, it goes back to you. Now, you also have the arm bar because my arms are now free. Okay, 1, 2, 3.